Alright guys, it's your boy Interjack here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. Now before World War started, I just thought it was proper for me to make a follow-up on my TUR tier list. I did forget Vegito Blue on the last one. This time I'm gonna make sure I don't make a mistake in forgetting a unit. Today we're gonna be looking at a top 20 LRs in the game, and this one should go by pretty fast. We're gonna start with our boy at number 1, of course, AGOUI. No one should have a problem with this. Everybody agrees that he's downright the best unit in the game. He is the second best unit in the game defensively. He is one of the best offensive units of the game with his guaranteed, not guaranteed, sorry, he has a high chance of crit on super. And in his passive, he has a medium chance of performing additional super, so he can triple super. On a turn where he does triple or double super, he has a guaranteed crit for the rest of the turn on that second super. His damage is great, his link set is great. He leads with a top 3 team in the game, which is Reps Universe 7. He also leads Miraculous Awakening, which is not that bad. But yeah, everything about this Goku is amazing. He's dominant. Like, he's definitely solidified himself as #1 unit in the game, at least in my opinion. Now these next 3, I will say keep in mind, these next 3 really switch around depending on the event, so they kind of don't matter which order they're in. Honestly, you could just put them all at like number 2 and 3 and 4. I think they'd all fit around there just fine. So personally for 2, I'm gonna put Str Broly at number 2. Now again, like I said, these next 3, and I'll go over them in a second, they can switch around depending on the event. But Str Broly is like, this guy's usefulness is like good everywhere. After his EZA, like he can triple super. He has an AOE. He has a good key mechanic. He gets 5 key if he's fighting a pure hybrid Saiyan enemy, which is 90% of the game. And he's also super effective against all types if he's fighting a Goku family enemy, which is also, that's a pretty good chunk of the game. In Super Battle Road, this guy's by far the best unit in the game. Very, very easily. I would say in Super Battle Road, this guy's better than him, actually, Super Battle Road. So, yeah. Broly definitely, he's easily a number 2 slot. A lot of people are probably think like Vegeta should be here, but personally, I don't think Vegeta belongs there. I don't even think Vegeta belongs in 3. Person who I think belongs in 3 is this guy right here, LR Super Vegito. Now they are the same thing. They can be taken anywhere and they're great. They have a great link set, they have shocking speed and prepare for battle. They also have Sand Lineage, which is really good on Majin Buu Saga. These guys are literally an auto win button on like any content you take them in for the most part. They have 30% damage reduction in base. They raise defense on super along with their already pretty good defense. I mean, their base forms really, there's nothing much to say. They also have a chance to perform an additional super, so they can triple super on that turn. They're raising defense every single time they super, so defensively they're like unstoppable. And then when they transform into Vegito, I mean, they become literally the best offensive unit in the game. They do more damage than these 2. Only Broly does more damage in SBR. That's about it. The Scouter effect is probably like one of the best defensive abilities in the game by far. Like, you just can't, like, this unit is almost flawless. The only thing about it is when you transform into Vegito, they do get a little bit worse defensively, but it's not as bad as people think. As long as you don't put them in front of like a super attack, which it doesn't matter because Vegito can see super attacks. That Scouter effect is just too strong. As long as you don't put him in the front of a super attack or a bunch of attacks in general, this Vegito is usually fine. And then his counters, I mean, his counters are what allows him to be the most damaging unit in the game. This guy counters like any boss, and he also has a medium chance of crit in his passive, so keep that in mind. This guy does 1 counter against any boss, and he's doing like 2 million counters per hit, on top of his already like 5-6 mil attacks that from his super. So I mean, that just solidifies this guy as like the number. He can honestly, you can put him here if you really wanted to. Like I said, these next three you can switch them around however you want, depending on the event. And then yeah, right after Super Vegito, I have LR Goku and Frieza. Kind of a similar thing to these guys. In most events where you can lower attack and stuff like that, these guys are like at the top of the food chain in terms of damage by far. They have a great key mechanic after their EZA. They gain 1 key per turn. They do lead one of the best teams in the game, and they have the best leader skill in the game. For Retro Gamer 7, they give 177%. I mean, like I said, these guys, you can see these guys like visibly in game, not even on paper. You can see them in game doing 6 mil attack stats for like 1 support or something like that. They raised the thing about their EZA is they made them better defensively. So they get defense from 2 parts of their passive, and they get defense on super attack as well by 30%. So after these guys super, these guys are rocking over 300, 400k defense, like for free. And again, they're dishing out like 6 million attack stats and stuff. So I don't see a lot of people talk about this unit. This unit honestly is a lot lower than what they should be. But yeah, I don't have a problem putting them at number 3. Like I said, you can put him right. You can put these units right here, if you wanted to. You do it like this if you wanted to. You could do it like this if you wanted to. It really doesn't matter. It mostly just depends on the event. Personally, for me, this is how I would order it. But yeah, like this unit is just so crazy, and no one talks about them. It's actually ridiculous. And then for number 5, we have our boy, where is he? Tech Gogeta. We have them at number 5. They're kind of, in base, they're pretty much the same thing as STR Super Vegito. They have the 30% Narrow Injection. They can triple super, raise their defense. They're doing like 5 mil or 4 mil-ish in base. They're pretty good in base defensively. The only difference between these 2 units is Vegito can make orbs in base. He has a high chance to make rainbow orbs, which is really good. And also, I didn't talk about this. I'll get to it in a second. But they both have this condition that allow they kind of want you to run Vegito with Gogeta, because Vegito's condition is if he's under 70% HP. By the 4th turn, you're able to fuse and you heal by 50%. Tech Gogeta's condition is way worse than that. You have to be above 70% HP starting from the 4th turn, and honestly, without items and like difficult content, that's not going to happen like ever. So I do have him a little bit low because of that condition, but when he does transform, he does not do half the damage that Vegito does. It's not even close, honestly. But he keeps his damage reduction, unlike STR Vegito. He doesn't lose it. He does have the Scouter effect as well for 5 turns, and he unconditionally makes rainbow orbs. So yeah, this guy is definitely I like him as the 5th best unit in the game for sure. He'd be a lot higher if he had the same condition as Vegito, but unfortunately he doesn't. So I think him being 5th sits pretty right with me. And then at number 6 we have. Now this is gonna make probably a lot of people upset. Honestly, I think this is one of the more underrated LRs in the game too, personally. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. I have LR Turles at number 6. Now, listen, before you guys, I don't know, like scoff at the fact that he's number 6 and stuff, before you mention, oh, it's 24 key, it's hard to get, and you never get it, it's not consistent, blah blah blah. Let's talk about the fact that this guy is giving 3 key and 30% attack and defense to one of the best villain teams in the game first. Let's just mention that first and foremost. But forget his 24 key, forget all of that. And then we talk about his partners. He has like STR Cooler, Bojack. You don't even need another Turles. But when AGL Turles EZAs, then sure, you can mention Turles. This guy gets 10 times better when AGL Turles EZAs, by the way. Then we talk about his damage. Not even at 24 key. Turles is doing like 6-7 mil attack stats for free. not even getting to his 24 key. And then we'll talk about his 24 key now. His 24 key literally gets him to, against like 6-7 mil attack stats. He's super effective, and then he has a high chance to proc another super attack after that. That's also super effective. So this guy can triple super, be super effective against all types with 7 mil attack stats for free. Now, again, you can say his 24 key is inconsistent, but guess what? A lot of people don't know this, but Turles has an active skill that gets him 24 key that he can use twice. Not just once, but twice. The first time, well, no, actually, you can just use it twice if you want to. It happens on the next rotation. He has 2 conditions. One is either get to turn, I believe it's like 7 or 8. And the other condition is get to below 50% HP. Now, Int UI has the same condition. I think I have him somewhere on here. Maybe not. But Int UI, no. He's right here. Yeah, this guy, he has the same condition to transform as Turles' active skill. And honestly, Reps Universe 7 is a better team to Terrifying Conquerors. So if you can get this guy to transform consistently in difficult content, you will have no problem getting Turles' active skill in difficult content. I promise you it won't. And on that active skill turn, he's doing comparable damage to like AGO UI and Vegeta, who I'll mention in a second. His defense, the guy has like almost 300k defense on the right setup on the villain teams, and again, he's supporting. He's doing all of this, and he's a support unit, which is why I have him at number 6. A lot of people, when they talk about Turles, they don't remember the fact that he's a support. Honestly, that kind of bugs me because he's a really good support unit, given that how much damage he does and how good defensively he is and all that. But I will say Turles could use help. If Turles gets, if he gets that AGO Turles EZA, this guy is looking like he's like more up here. If he gets that AGO Turles EZA, so we'll see. But yeah, for number 7, I have Evolutionary Vegeta. Now people are gonna scoff at him being so low. Personally, I just don't. He's very good. Still top 10 in the game and all that. Very similar to UI Goku in terms of the damage output he does and stuff like that. The only problem is they shafted Vegeta by making him, how do I say, Vegeta is kind of only good on, well, no, he's good everywhere. You can use him on all his teams and stuff. He's just not at his full potential unless he's next to UI Goku. Because they made the mistake of giving this Vegeta every Vegeta link except Super Saiyan. So when you run him on like Vegeta family, and you don't have stuff like, because there's no other tournament power Vegeta besides that AGO Super Vegeta, and there's not really a good blue Vegeta in the game either. So when you run him on stuff like Vegeta family, he doesn't get like godly power, he doesn't get tournament power, he doesn't get stuff like that. This guy gets like royal lineage and like prodigies, and that's it on Vegeta family teams. So he looks a lot worse on teams without Goku. Overall, this guy's still a monster. I will say he does have a flaw in his design that he has to get hit to build up his damage reduction. It goes up to 40%. He starts off with 10, so that's not too bad, but it's not exactly a good thing that he has to get hit for him to activate his damage reduction like that. It does lead to him being able to get smacked up on that first hit, unfortunately. But he still he can help you in difficult content easily. He can tank in difficult content. And then another thing both of these units have is the revival skill. Honestly, in difficult content, sometimes I found that AGO UI's revival skill can be pretty how I say, I don't want to say easier, but I've definitely seen AGO UI's active skill more than Vegeta's, only because I've personally taken Vegeta into difficult content, and like in the long events you'll get it. In the God events, if you're taking Vegeta type neutral, it's very hard for him to like kind of survive 7 hits if you're like, not using items and stuff like that. But other than that, he's a solid 7th pick. Again, he has great damage, same thing as AGO UI. He can crit if he does a guaranteed crit if he double supers. He can triple super and all that. So yeah, this unit is definitely very good. Alright, for number 8 here, for number 8, I'm going to put my boy LR Janemba. Now, LR Janemba, his design is very wonky, I think. He's a unit that they want you to run in slot 1, but LR Janemba wants you to put him in slot 2 because he gets key and he gets attack and defense every time he attacks in the second slot. But he's an LR that has guard. Haha, funny truth for me, he's an LR that has guard, lol. But he's an LR with guard, and he has pretty good defense. It's like 200k turn 1, some decent amount of support, or you know, Big Bad Bosses and Metamorphosis is active and stuff like that. So they want you to put him in slot 1. Only issue is he does not build up that key attack and defense part of his passive in slot 1. So this guy will struggle for key in slot 1. That's the main reason why I have him so low. Other than that, I mean, this guy's tanking everything in the game for free. Again, he has like 250 to 300k defense with guard, so nothing in the game is really going to hurt this guy at all. He's probably the best defensive unit in the game, even above AGO UI defensively. But obviously, he doesn't do nearly as good consistent damage because a lot of times in slot 1 he's definitely going to struggle for key. He's also not on that many teams. He's only on 4 categories. One of them being Exploding Rage and the other being Corroded Body and Mind. So basically he's only on 2 categories right now. But yeah, this Janemba is sick. I mean, he does have a sick OST, so I'll at least give him that for sure. And at number 9 we have our boy, let's see, I don't have STRUI on this list, but here, why don't we, no, never mind. I can just do this, just pretend int UI is STRUI. I'm not gonna have him at number 9 though. Who I am gonna put at number 9 is, Jiren. I think Jiren is a solid number 9 option, personally. I mean, Jiren he's kind of a caveman unit. He just hits really hard and he defends really well. This guy can have like 250k defense turn 1 on like a Universe 11 setup. He just got buffed with Margarita getting added to the game, who gives him like, what is it, like, why don't we just double check that real quick. I just want to see how much support Margarita is giving him. Oh, this isn't even the right fucking website. I think this one is. Yeah, Jiren is on Universe 11. He's on Realm of Gods. So Jiren is getting 60% support and attack and defense and 3 key from Margarita. So he did get buffed by Margarita being a thing. He can look really impressive on like the Universe 11. Even Space Traveling Warriors, this guy can look pretty impressive on. But yeah, like I said, he's pretty much a caveman unit. He does debuff and super battle roll with his active skills, so that's pretty good. And he can have a stun chance, I believe. So there's not much to be said about Jiren. Again, he's just a caveman unit, but yeah, he definitely deserves a 9th spot. At number 10, I'm gonna put the Blue Boys. Now, the Blue Boys, honestly, you could probably put the Blue Boys in front of Jiren. I don't think it really matters. They're not really that far away from each other. The Blue Boys are very underrated. They do not have access to a rainbow orb changer, otherwise the blue lights would be like more around this area. But even without a rainbow orb changer, they still do very good damage. They rack up damage with their normals, the really crit chance if they get rainbow orbs. They raise attack and defense by 50% on super, so their defense is always going to be really good post super. They're a nuking unit as well, so you know, the more orbs you get them, the stronger their look. I will say their active skill is kind of a last resort thing because it lowers your defense by 50%. They do get that back on super attack though, so it might not be really the biggest deal, but when their active skill turn, they're shooting out like 7-8 mil attack sets for free, and then doing like normals for 2 million that have a chance to crit, and then they have another chance to they have a better chance to proc their hidden potential system additional, which would do like 5 mil. So I mean, this unit is just so insane, especially with rainbow orbs. If they got help, they'd be a lot higher, honestly. As you can tell, a lot of units around this area right here, like if they got a little bit of more help, they definitely have potential to be a little bit more up here and stuff like that. So that's very good. And then at number 11, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put up Str Vegeta at number 11. Now Str Vegeta is a unit that people don't really talk about that much, but when he came out, this guy, I mean, he has a busted key mechanic. He's like LR Rose, with the more key he has, the stronger he becomes. This guy is shooting out like 7 mil attack stats when I was active skill every turn for free because of that mechanic. He's like at 300k defense because of that mechanic. He has an active skill with if there's a modern, I believe it was a modern Busaka Goku. He gets more key in his passive because of that, which really helps him. And he gets 1 key from his active, and then he gets attack and defense increase on his active skill turn, which he can do turn 3, by the way. That allows him to do like 10 mil attack stats, literally for free, like without issue, with again over 300k defense. So he's a solid 10th slot, honestly. Like, I mean, what can I say? Like, he's just good. That push is good. And then for number 12, I'm gonna put our boy Gohan here. Now, Gohan right now, the only issue with Gohan is he's a little bit struggling for partners. He's only got one really good partner right now, which is LR Janemba, but that's only on one team. All the other blue units right now are kind of mid, except for Blue Piccolo, I guess. Blue Piccolo's not really that mid. But a lot of them either don't share a lot of links with him or are just kind of mid right now. So he's in a weird spot, but Gohan's still pretty good. He heals, he does decent damage, he has the same chance to proc additionals as this guy do. Again, he heals, his transformation condition is easy, you just have to be above 50% HP, which is not hard on his teams considering he has healing in his kit and he has healing on all these links. Yeah, he's a solid 12th unit, honestly. And then for number 13, now number 13 is actually pretty hard. Like once we get past Gohan, it's actually pretty hard. I think I'm gonna put Tech Gohan right here. Tech Gohan, I mean, this guy has a wonky link set, but even with his wonky link set, this guy's doing, like, you get him like 5 orbs and he's doing 5 million attack stats off the gate. He has a medium chance to do an additional super. He raises defense on every super attack he does. So if this guy doubles supers, triple supers, he's well over 200k defense for free. Again, he's doing good damage. He does have an active skill that has very weird specific like requirements. You have to have a movie hero Goku on the team. I think the Goku actually has it's just Goku just has to be on the team. You have to be under 58% HP and it starts from turn 5. On that turn, he's doing a guaranteed crit. He gets an attack buff. Like this guy's doing like 12 mil guaranteed crit with 200k defense of these double supers, which is just this card is just insanity actually. The only problem is you probably won't see that active skill a lot, but even without it, he's still good. Like I said, he does consistent damage and overall, yeah, he's still good. Number 14, I am actually going to put our boy 17 and Frieza. Now, this unit is very, 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 I cannot stress enough, very, 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 very underrated. A lot of people think this unit is dog shit, but the only issue is it's just their first turn. Their first turn is not that great. But if you're a young unit next to their proper partner, because they have this link called Toughest Nails, which they share with both Topo and Tien and Roshi, who are on Universal Survival Saga and Universe 7 respectively. This unit's defense on that second turn, they're at like 150k defense. They're doing like 4 mil attack stats. With they have this Blue Boys effect where they do two. They actually have a great chance to do 2 normals. They don't need to collect points for it. But the normals are doing like usually like 1 mil. Again, they're doing like what 5 mil on turn 3 pretty easily. They get damage reduction for every attack they do, so it's really important for them to build up that attack. They can have a max up to, I believe it's plus 7 damage reduction, so they can have a max of 28% damage reduction. But coupled with their good defense, I mean, again, it's literally just that first turn. That's the only issue for them. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this unit. I mean, they do have an active skill. They're mainly geared towards long events, right? They're kind of like the Go-Go's, but better. They get stronger with each attack they do. It's not just the damage reduction. So, and then the active skill, the latest, you'll probably see the active skill by like turn 5 and beyond. But it does give them a guaranteed crit for the turn, and it gives them a huge defensive buff. So where they're sitting in an event with like 500k defense. So yeah, they're really good. And then I would have to put these guys right behind them, LR Universe 7. Honestly, you can put either one, it's fine. They're almost the same design unit. They're kind of, I mean, you don't run 17 and Frieza on like battle wits and like doing forces, I guess, but they're kind of both designed for Universe 7. LR Universe 7, the thing about them is when they get to 22 key, these guys are busting out 8 mil attacks. That's for free, without support, no struggle, no anything like that. They do raise the whole rotation defense by 30%. The only issue is they do not look that good in slot 1, not until physical 17 EZAs anyway. He EZAs, he's going to buff up this unit a lot. Like I said, this unit doing good, consistent damage. Like, he'd be, I don't know. If this was AGO UI Goku instead, he'd be more up here or something like that. But the problem is they're just restricted to one team, which is Universe 7, and Universe 7 is already busted as it is, so it kind of does hinder both of them a lot. But they do have their uses, especially 7, 8 Frieza. Like, you just take them to long events and then dominate no matter what. Alright, so for number 16, we have, I actually forgot. Here, I'm actually gonna do this. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do this. With number 16, this is not STRUI. No, this part is not STRUI. I forgot to put him in the list. But yeah, we're gonna put STRUI right there. He's still good, right? This guy, if you get enough dodges in it, he can do 5, 6, 7 mil attack stats. His defense is not really that bad when he's fully built up. But I will say, if you go into the difficult content and he doesn't dodge, like on that first turn, he can get smacked up quite a bit. That's one of the reasons why he's so low down here. But overall, he's still a solid unit. I mean, a 70% chance to dodge is a 70% chance to take literally no damage. So he cannot possibly be any lower than that. There's no way he's lower than that. The unit is definitely solid. Yeah, that's all there is to really say about him. Like a 70% chance to dodge and doing like 5 mil attack stats. Having good defense when he's fully built up because he gets stronger for every dodge he does. Like, there's nothing to really, dispute about him. I mean, he's fine as number 13 LR in the game for sure. Alright, anyways, so yeah, that changes the position of these three. And on to number 17. Number 17 will have to be, I actually have to think about this one. I think Yeah. Number 17 is definitely gonna be LR Roshi. LR Roshi is okay. I'm actually gonna put Modern Vegeta right here. You can change these two up. I think it doesn't really matter. They don't do the same thing at all. But Modern Vegeta recently just got his Easy A on JP. Now I will say his Easy A, obviously, bro, he's not even close to Broly. I mean, look, Broly's 2 on my list, and then this guy's 17. Like, it's not even close. But this guy, even ignoring the fact that he has to have a Bulma rotation for 20% DR, which doesn't even matter because there's no Bulma on his team, or a Trunks for the extra attack and defense, this guy's still sitting at like 180, almost 200k defense. The other Trunks rotation is obviously higher, can go up to 220. But this guy's shooting out like 7 mil, 6 mil attacks. That's for free. He has the freest damage of any LR because he has the Mega Colossal multiplier on his 12 key instead of his 18 key. So you get his 12 key, and yeah, he's doing 7 mil attacks. That's you can get his AOE in Super Battle Road, and when you do get it, it can be quite helpful actually because his AOE is also doing like 6 million attack stats, and has a medium chance to stun. So if you're able to stun like 1 or 2 enemies with that, that could probably win you the game in Super Battle Road. Now, again, for Roshi, I know he's a free-to-play LR, so it's kind of like, you know, why the fuck is he here? But, I mean, Roshi just does everything, dude. He has a medium chance to dodge. I mean, he can hit pretty hard. The guy can get up to like 4 or 5 mil attack stats on like a Red Team or 17. Again, he dodges. His defense is really not that bad. He's usually sitting at like 160, 180k defense. He supports every Goku in the game by 40% because let me just double check that before I start mouthing out bullshit LR. That's the Roshi. So LR wrong. Yeah, here he is. Is this before it was easy? Yeah, it is. Just not going on. Okay. Sure. Well, anyway, yeah, he does support Turtle School allies by 40%. Turtle School, by the way, includes every Goku in the game. Every Goku in the game is on Turtle School, so that's really good. He can revive if there's 2 of our Turtle School allies on the team. His revive condition is by far the easiest in the game. It's way easier than Vegeta's and Goku's. It's literally just if he's on rotation and you're under 50% HP, if you die on that turn with Roshi on it, you will automatically revive and you recover 60% HP. So yeah, this guy's utility is so good. I mean, he can stun on his 12 key. He has a great chance to stun actually, so he's good in Super Battle Road. And then on his 18 key, he has a chance to seal. So like I said, this guy just does everything, like literally everything. I have no complaints for him whatsoever. He definitely deserves like number 18 LR in the game for sure. And then number 19. Number 19, I'm going to have our boy. I think I'm going to put LR. I'm going to put these two both at number 19 because they're both like the same, almost the same unit. The Blue Fusions are definitely, how do I say, they were kind of overrated when they were released and then they became underrated. These guys, I mean, in long events, they are still the strongest units in the game by far. Like a rotation with these two on it, nothing matches a rotation with these two on it in long events when they get fully built up. The only problem is, you know, building them up. Vegito, for the most part, you can take Vegito into the God of it and destroy it, honestly. Put him in that 3rd slot when he's in base, because when they're both in slot 3, they get a 50% chance to dodge. That's the main saving grace of these units. When he transforms, you can keep on rotation and start stacking with that defense. Vegito, I think, is a little bit better than Vegeta because Vegito performs an additional super attack, while as Vegeta just does a regular normal attack. So Vegito can quadruple super on his active turn. Vegeta, I don't think Vegeta can. But yeah, Vegito also has a little bit higher defense, and I mean they both raise defense on super attack. But again, Vegito being able to do a guaranteed, extra super means that defense is just going to be higher naturally. Like I said, when they both fuse on long events, these two are literally unmatched. Like nothing can match what they do. So that is the reason why I have them in the top 20. Like I said, a lot of people don't really like them that much. But it is what it is. I mean, they can still get stuff done. And then for number 20, we have Goku and Piccolo. Now, this unit also, this unit dropped and immediately got forgotten about, but they're the same thing as like 17 and Frieza. On that second turn, they really just start to take off. Like, especially if you got support with them, they build up per attack perform. They have a high chance to do 2 normals too, so it's a Blue Boys effect. And 17 and Frieza have that. You make them have built-in crit, and they're just busting out these crazy attack stat numbers. Like even turn 1, they can hit like 4 mil pretty consistently. Turn 3, they're hitting like 6-7 million attack stats. So and their defense is looking pretty good too after super. After they super, they're at like over 200, maybe 300k defense. They also do have an active skill, which let me go check the conditions real quick. Piccolo and Goku. Can be activated when HP is 59% or more, or performing 6 attacks in the battle. Turn 3. I think it's weird because it just says can be activated when HP is 59% or more. Well, anyway, they do get key per attack performed, which is really good. They raise attack and defense for 1 turn 2 on their super attack. That's why their attack stats and defensive stats are so high. But yeah, overall, this unit definitely, I think, is a solid number 20 slot. I think they're better than everybody else I would put in number 20 fairly easily. Now, onto the honorable mentions. I've tried to put only 4 honorable mentions here. We can have Kel and Khalifa here. Now, Kel and Khalifa is their age. Beautifully, absolutely beautifully. It gets pure and hybrid sand. Not hybrid. Even pure and universal survival cycle enemies, they're, busting out guaranteed 3 supers at least. They're stacking, they're raising their defense, they're doing like 4 mil attack stats per super. They just get really crazy. They have good defense. They do gain jogs, chance, and key every time they perform an attack, so that's pretty good. Then we have LR Gohan. Now, this guy is only an honorable mention. Personally, I don't think he makes the cut for top 20. His damage is just, they didn't buff his damage at all with his EZA, so his damage is just not that good compared to like everybody else on this list. But he's still good, right? He has a really good key mechanic. You probably always see him 18 key. His link set is good too. He has shocking speed enough prepared for battle. So yeah, overall Gohan's still a good unit. It's just you will want more for him. His defense, he's definitely a good defensive unit. He's rocking like 270, 280k defense after these supers. So just keep that in mind. He's definitely still a good unit indeed. And then I put Takeyama and Nosha here. Takeyama and Nosha they're also in a weird spot because like they're only gonna be ran on like one specific team. They do get damage production after every attack or reform. They don't have any key links though, is the main issue with them, but they do support both of their categories. So if if you run like the AGL EZA Tapion next to him, it makes a pretty nasty defensive rotation. Like this guy hovering at like 300k defense. AGL Tapion's hovering at like 170k defense with 50% damage reduction. So yeah, you can definitely get away with this guy putting him in your top 20. Personally, that's not for me. I do like him as an honorable mention. And then we have our last honorable mention will probably be. It's very hard to pick between units. Honestly, I'm gonna be biased and say GT Trio. Now, personally, I can't even say biased because honestly, I'm not even a fan of GT. I just like the Super Saiyan 4 form. But this LR honestly made me want to like GT. They're really fun. Recently they got both the GT Heroes being added to the game and Space Traveling Orders, so they actually got 2 buffs within the past year. But Giru also easy 8, and Giru's like one of their best partners. So next to Giru, they show you on like 8 million attack stats for free. After that first turn, their defense is well above 200k because they get 33% defense for 3 turns on their super attack effect. So yeah, I mean, this unit is definitely good. You could definitely argue them in your top 20. Now, like I said, this is one of my favorite units in the game, but I don't personally see them as top 20. Maybe you could probably get them up there, I guess, if you wanted to link them or whatever. But yeah, there's arguments for them not being top 20 for sure. And yeah, I mean, even for honorable mention, like you could throw like SBA on her for sure. I think Super 17 could be on there easily. Even LR Tau. These 2 are sleeper options for honorable mentions, especially these guys. These guys are just insane. Just no one talks about them. But yeah. Like I said, these 3 will switch around depending on the event. This guy can go up if AGL Turles EZAs. This guy can go up if he gets a better partner. Like, I mean, this guy can go up if we get a good Boma, honestly, for sure. But yeah, so that is my top 20 LR list. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.